Our open access article, just published in the British Journal of Management, argues that management theories are useful for understanding the Russia-Ukraine war.
But to make sure these theories are really useful, we argue that some changes are necessary.
In our article, we discuss what we need to do so management theories can be used to explain, predict, and hopefully prevent similar wars in the future.
Hi, I am Herman Eguines, Professor of Management in the School of Business at the George Washington University in Washington, D.C.
I am Amando Cope, a doctoral student of management, also at the School of Business at the George Washington University.
I am Ursula Martin, also a doctoral student of management at the School of Business at the George Washington University.
In our article, we extrapolate from the famous Buddhist story of the blind man and the elephant to create what we called the parable of the management scholars and the Russia-Ukraine war.
In this parable, a group of management scholars attended a conference and discussed the Russia-Ukraine war. One of them issued a challenge saying, "This is an awful thing going on. But fortunately, we have done much research that allows us to understand the situation." The others agreed. So they all decided to offer explanations using management theories. The first one to speak up was an organizational behavior researcher. "Of course," she said, "it's all about leadership. Putin's behavior is explained by research on political maturity and confirms the notion that politics will challenge assumptions of rationality. Also, his actions and those of Russia are also explained by theories on incentives." Another researcher disagreed with what the first one said. Instead, she offered her own explanation. "You need to think bigger. This is a problem of resources, agency, and transaction cost economics. Russia seeks to maximize the political, military, strategic value of the region through reintegration and control."
After a heated discussion, a third researcher chimed in. To truly understand what is going on, we need to conduct qualitative research, including in-depth interviews with policymakers, in-the-field observations, and critical comparisons to similar historical events. We should conceptualize the situation from multiple angles, including a Russian viewpoint and not just a Western perspective. And the fourth management scholar offered yet a different perspective. To understand the Russia-Ukraine war, we need to conduct quantitative research. How do Ukraine's ethnic and economic ties to Russia make it such a target since its independence? I'm certain we can gain important insights from census and trade databases since the 1990s and earlier. In the end, the management scholars did not agree on what was a good explanation and how to conduct research on the issue. So unfortunately, they were unable to provide convincing explanations for the causes and dynamics that led to this conflict or recommendations for policymakers on how to end it.
We rely on this ancient story to argue that our parable of the management scholars and the Russia-Ukraine war illustrates several schisms. For example, the divide between micro research, which mostly focuses on individuals and teams, and macro research, which mostly focuses on firms and industries. Our parable also illustrates the methodological divide between qualitative versus quantitative points of view. The moral of the parable is that all of us researchers view reality based on our own specific experiences, training, and theoretical and methodological lenses, just like each blind person had only a partial perspective on what the elephant really looked like.
So moving forward, we offer three solutions. First, we need to integrate unit theories into programmatic theory. Management scholars in our parable tried to use unit theories, such as those about leadership, incentives, resources, agency, and transaction cost economics to explain the war. But all these unit theories are concerned with explaining a specific phenomenon. In contrast, programmatic theory organizes unit theories into a broader, sense-giving structure that clarifies A, how unit theories coherently relate to each other, and B, which part of the focal phenomenon each unit theory seeks to explain.
Our second proposed solution is to develop and test programmatic theory using multi-method and multi-level approaches. Because there is no such thing as a perfect research design, we need to use multiple methods. For example, mixed method designs incorporate at least one qualitative and at least one quantitative study. The mixed methods paradigm proposes that the combination of qualitative and quantitative methods provides more opportunity for useful insights than either method on its own.
Third, we need to use a multi-level perspective. This means acknowledging that outcomes at a given level result from antecedents not only at that level, but from levels above, that is top-down effects, and below, that is bottom-up effects. For example, countries are nested within higher level collectives and such as economic blocs or treaty organizations like NATO, resulting in top-down effects such as from an economic bloc to the member country, as well as bottom-up effects, such as from the member country to the bloc.
So how did the story of the blind man and the elephant end? The Raja described the elephant and suggested that people work collectively to put their partial views together, and perhaps they will discover the truth. In our article, we argue that we should adopt the Raja's approach in conducting research. This means developing and testing broader programmatic theories that provide more comprehensive explanations of our own elephants, be it the Russia-Ukraine war or other societal or organizational phenomena. We believe that management research has produced important theories, but to be able to make meaningful contributions to our understanding and prediction, we need to improve our understanding of theoretical and methodological issues, and also work on improving our theoretical and methodological toolkit so we can develop and test programmatic theories. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to download our open access British Journal of Management article, and please get in touch with us if you have any questions or feedback you would like to share. Thank you so much.